Do you know that feeling when your research is actually good, your experiments worked, your data looks solid, but even after that, your paper still gets rejected? Most of the times, it's not the research that's the problem. It's the way you've written and presented it. And that's exactly what we're going to solve today. Hi everyone, I am Neha Agrawal. I'm the founder of WiseUp, and in this video today, I'm going to share with you 5 practical suggestions that will increase your chances of getting published in high quality journals. So without further delay, let's get started. The first tip is to use an academic writing AI tool to help refine your draft. See, when you submit a research paper, it needs to be written in perfect academic English. And that means proper content structure, logical flow, and scientifically accurate vocabulary. Because at the end of the day, writing is the only way journal editors and even your readers are going to understand your work. But the challenge is we are researchers, not academic English writers. So to help bridge this gap, it's very important to use the help of a specialized academic writing AI tool like Jenni. Jenni is trained on millions of research papers, which means it understands exactly how academic writing sounds. For example, how are the sentences to be structured, how should the transitions to be made, and how should your ideas be presented clearly. With Jenni, you can get a lot of academic help. For example, you can rewrite sentences to sound more formal and concise. You can check the tone and clarity of your paragraphs. You can also type simple prompts like improve the clarity while keeping the same meaning, or rewrite the sentence in a formal academic tone, and Jenni will do all these corrections within seconds. Now, why am I even recommending a academic writing AI tool when free tools like ChatGPT and Grammarly can also do this for you? The difference here is that Jenni is trained on millions of research papers and understands academic context, while tools like ChatGPT and Grammarly don't. So make sure that whenever you're working on an academic essay, research paper, research proposal, always use an academic writing AI tool and not the generic ones that you usually use. Now, the second and one of the most important tips is to always back your claims with evidence. A lot of times when we are writing a research paper, we make flying statements, things that actually sound right but don't have any data or research backing them up. For example, while writing the introduction section, we might make a statement like, this method is widely used in energy storage applications. Or while writing the discussion section, we might write, this indicates high thermal stability. But without citing the papers, all these statements are actually just assumptions without any proof, without any real evidence. Now, because of this, what happens is that your paper slowly starts losing credibility. And when you submit this kind of a paper to the journal editors immediately catch these kind of gaps. And this is one of the main reasons why your paper gets rejected from high impact journals. So, when writing your research paper, it's very important to be mindful and always back your claims with evidence. Now, earlier, this used to be a really time-consuming and manual process where you had to search for each paper individually, go through their details, and then cite them in order to support your points. But now, AI tools are really changing the game. For example, on Jenni, when you're writing your research paper, you can simply select the sentence you want to support, click on the word cite, and then you can choose a paper to cite either from the library or even search online for papers that actually support that statement. You will get a list of papers provided by Jenni, which you can go through in more detail, verify their sources, and if you want, cite them directly on the platform without using any reference manager. This really strengthens the academic integrity of your paper, something journal editors really value. Now, the third and an often overlooked suggestion is to improve the quality of your visuals. Now, to understand this better, let's compare 2 similar research papers side by side. Now, if you see, the first one has average looking visuals, plain graphs, simpler diagrams, lower quality photos. On the other hand, the second one, the visuals are absolutely stunning to the eye and they are scientifically accurate and professional. And I know what you're thinking. Immediately you feel that this is a much stronger paper. And you know what? Journal editors and reviewers think like you too. The quality of your visual directly affects how credible your research appears. This is because when we include visuals in our paper, it's not just for decoration. These visuals play an important role in communicating your key results, highlighting the main findings, and helping people understand your work faster. So, higher the quality of visuals in your research paper, higher the chances of it getting published in better quality journals. That's why you should invest time, effort, and sometimes even money in getting this right. For graphs and plots, I would highly recommend you use tools like GraphPad Prism or Origin, which help you create scientifically accurate and professional quality graphs with consistent formatting. As for illustrations, you can use tools like Adobe Illustrator or BioRender, which help you create scientifically accurate diagrams like biological pathways, material synthesis routes, and even experimental setups. But if you're not a designer yourself and also want to do it much more quickly, then you can explore tools like Illustrate, which are literally changing the game. With Illustrate, you can upload a rough sketch, a photo, or simply give the command, and Illustrate will generate a professional quality, publication ready figure for you within seconds. If you want to learn more about Illustrate and what it can do, you can check out my previous video. So, whether it's a graphical abstract, an experimental workflow, or even a sample image, make sure it is of the highest quality possible because this can really elevate your work. Now, the fourth tip and the most important one is to get your document thoroughly reviewed before submission. When your document goes through multiple rounds of reviews and corrections, it elevates your paper and reduces the chances of rejection. Personally, I recommend 3 rounds of review. The first should be an AI review. For this, you can use tools like Thesify, which go through your entire document and correct it not just for language and grammar, but also content quality. For example, your claims are well supported or not, are there any gaps in your writing, whether your thesis statement is strong enough or not, etc. It's almost like your professor going through the document before your supervisor even looks at it. This helps you identify the missing gaps, the weak sections that might actually confuse your readers. The next round of review should be a plagiarism check that you should get done using reliable platforms like Turnitin or Authenticate. I personally don't recommend using free online tools because they are quite inaccurate. They don't go through the research papers to identify plagiarism, and they can also lead to data privacy issues. Now, once you have identified the percentage similarity on your document, you can again use the help of your academic writing AI tool. Here, for example, Jenni, to overcome the accidental plagiarism. For example, you can paraphrase some of the sentences that are directly taken from another research paper, and you can also cite the papers directly on the platform to give them the due credit. And in this way, your document will become plagiarism free before you even submit it to the journal. And the third round of review should be a journal submission check. For this, you can again go to Jenni's platform, go to the AI chat feature and simply type, "Do a standard journal readiness check for my manuscript." And Jenni will go through the entire document and give you feedback for clarity, conciseness, completeness, and structure, and suggesting how you can improve it further even before you submit it to the journal. Doing these 3 rounds of review drastically reduces your chances of errors and rejection and helps you submit a document which is clean, polished, and compliant. Now, the 5th tip is to follow the journal guidelines carefully. This is often the simplest and the most overlooked steps. Every journal has their own guidelines, from word count to citation style to figure formats and even supplementary material. If you overlook these requirements, then your paper can actually get desk rejected even before it reaches the peer review stage. So before you submit the document, check and adjust the citation style, whether it is IEEE, APA or Harvard. You can again use the help of the AI tool Jenni for this purpose. Simply scroll down to the references section and then choose among the 2600 plus citation style that it offers. Everything can be done on the platform very seamlessly without you having to do any of these things manually. Second is to check and include the AI disclosure policy. Most journals now want you to disclose if you've used AI for writing, editing, so make sure that you include this section in your journal. And finally, double check or triple check to ensure your word count, citation style, abstract format, figure, captions, everything is perfect before submission. These might look like small things, but it actually shows professionalism and helps you avoid unnecessary rejections. So guys, that's all I wanted to share with you today. See, with the right tools and a little bit of strategy, research writing does not have to be overwhelming. If you want to learn from scratch how to write a research paper, what are the different sections to include, how to choose the research topic, how to submit your papers to high impact journals, and finally all the AI tools that you can use in this process, then you can join me for my course on A to Z of research paper writing. The link and discount coupon is in the description below for you. Also, don't forget to check out Jenny. I have put the link and discount coupon to it in the description as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.